So I did my trigger shot bright and early this morning, 3:45 a.m. and it was actually like decently painful. And today it's a little bit bruised, but I'm mostly just so excited to have an IUI tomorrow. And I'm just excited. This will be our last one. I'm also a little bit excited because we also have 2 decently sized follicles as of Friday. So there's the possibility that either one of those could fertilize, and I mean, like, that's double chance. So even if just one fertilized, if 2 fertilized, I mean, I don't know if I'm ready for twins, but at least one, so that's exciting. Okay, we just finished our 3rd IUI, 4th attempt, and it was great. I'm kind of feeling crampy already. It was actually more crampy in my cervix than typical, which was interesting to me. But Jeremy on the way back was like, this is the first time I'm actually hopeful because we have 2 hopefully possibly mature follicles, and so that's exciting. In 2 weeks we'll come back. We'll actually be in town that weekend, and so we have the earliest Monday morning appointment for a blood draw for a beta HCG, and so we will do that, and then we'll have results in 2 weeks. So I guess we'll see about it after that. We also have a favorite little Indian restaurant in Idaho Falls that we have been to after each of our IUIs and some of our other appointments, just because it's so fun to go here. And so we're making our last hurrah at an IUI at Tandoori Oven, and we're just really excited. I love this place. Okay, a little update. The 2-week wait was actually horrible for me this time because I was so in my head. I had dreams about taking a positive pregnancy test. I had a dream about like telling people I was pregnant, and then Jeremy was all about it too. And so Thursday night, it was 11 days past my IUI, he was like, why don't you just take a pregnancy test? You probably won't get a false negative. And so I was like, I didn't want to, but I also did, and it turned out to be negative. But it was also like really late at night. It was day 11, which honestly everybody with an IUI, I feel like they tell you not to do a pregnancy test at home just because the trigger shot is HCG, so that can give a false positive. And then anyway, so, and then it's like 12 to 14 is typically when you could get a positive. So anyway, I took a test. It was negative. It was late at night. It was, so like not the first urine of the day. It was one of the blue dye tests. Jeremy was like, I did like the dunking instead of like actually peeing on the stick, and it said to do 20 seconds of dunking, and I did 5 seconds, which is like the pee on the stick version. So anyway, I definitely didn't do all the things exactly right. So he's like, oh, it's probably not. And anyway, I feel like I'm probably going to start my period, but haven't yet. I just came in and had my blood drawn. We were going to do it in Idaho Falls, and crazy stuff happened last night. So we came home at 10:45 last night. I got home at 1:30. So I ended up needing to get an order, and it's already after 10, so hopefully I get the results soon-ish. Usually I take this in the morning, like 8 o'clock in the morning, and do the blood draw. I just couldn't get here sooner. So, and then they were really busy when I got in there anyway. So hopefully I get the results. One of the kind of fun things about this is I get it on my charts first before my clinic even calls me with the results. So when it's been negative in the past, it's kind of been nice to have, like, I already know the results have been negative. So then when they call, I'm not like processing it on the phone with them. So I'm kind of excited about that. I know that's kind of weird, but I'd rather process it like on my own than have to like process it while I'm on the phone with somebody. So it's kind of crazy. I was looking back at footage, and a year ago, like this week, I was going in for our first IUI, and then in like 2 weeks from now, I was getting my first results of our first failed IUI, and we kind of pursued IVF at that point, just asking insurance. And then we calendared for a January IVF. So if I do not get a positive today, that is what we'll be doing. We'll be calendaring for maybe January, or just we'll be calendaring for IVF after this. So we'll see what today's results hold.